We hope you've returned to watch, to listen to the cringe, but not today.
I mean,
cringe at a
exactly.
different time.
No, I probably just made y'all cringe at first, but we're blessing your ears, alright? We are
This is a
completely
low
just
level of cringe.
low level of cringe, and that's how we're gonna roll with it for now. But hey,
It's
we actually
like,
have a treat for y'all, because freaking, we're pretty on topic this time, actually. We're pretty on topic for what's been trending recently.
bad.
As you heard right there, I mean, yeah. Yep. It's pretty damn great. If y'all didn't get it, we're gonna be talking about Michael. We watched it, what, 3 weeks ago?
Okay. Yeah, we saw it. Yeah, we saw it like last month. So, pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Michael.
Incredible
the only
movie.
Michael to not be an asshole. Well, 90%.
True. True.
90%.
90%, 90%. Well,
Yeah. He does some crazy stuff later in life. So.
he does. He does some
Not
crazy
everything
stuff.
can be defended, so, you know.
Yeah, but, I mean, we're only human. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Freaking,
Crazy shit.
I don't think anyone has... Or, well, I can't say anyone. Obviously, there's cases, but most of us can't exactly relate to the experience after something like the Pepsi incident.
We can all relate to a bad father, though.
We all
Just
can.
like the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, that was bad. I mean, just... It was
Right
so
in the
intense.
beginning, you just see him. Oh, line up. You gotta sing. You can't go outside. You can't experience real life because you have a good singing voice. And it's like, yeah, great, Dad, but you're kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah, dude's
Fucking
a
Joseph.
piece of work, yeah. Fucking
Piece of
Joseph,
work.
dude. Yeah. I don't
That's how
even
he
like
started
his
this.
face.
He's got a big nose.
He's got a big nose and a fucking stupid ass mustache.
I hate it too. I hate Joseph because he's a downright manipulative asshole all the way through 100%.
Absolutely.
But I hate it more because he's played by the same guy that plays Valentine in Fear the Walking Dead. And I see his face, and all I'm thinking about is Valentine. And now, don't get me wrong, I know you haven't seen Fear,
Yeah.
but in short, Valentine's a douche. He's a douche in Walking Dead. But the thing is, he's kind of a likable douche.
Yeah.
He's not Negan type of likable, but still. So seeing him as Joseph in Michael being this unapologetic 100% asshole, it threw me. It threw me, but ugh, even getting past that, he's just a terrible fucking person.
Yeah, absolutely horrible. That dude did not care. I mean, I can't say he didn't care about his family. I don't know about that part. Part's so... I don't know. That part's so...
I find that as manipulative too. To be honest.
It is. I mean, he's using his family for riches.
Yeah, no, for literally all the talk of what about the family, it's like later in the film, when the Jackson 5 break up, and one of the Jacksons, I forget his name, Theo, I think, he moves out. It's a detail that's glazed over, so there isn't much information on it. But he moves out. What does Joseph do? Oh, he left us. He left the family. It's like, okay, relax.
That's true. I remember that.
I mean, goddamn. Yeah, he left the family so he can go have a life. The rest of the Jacksons clearly didn't mind when Michael decided to go and make a singles, no, not a single, a solo album. Later in the film, of course.
True. Yeah.
Oh,
They probably loved it. I mean,
they really didn't mind. They clearly all had their own lives. They were playing basketball. They had girlfriends. They were going out. It was fine. It's like Joseph's the only one that's bent out of shape about it.
yeah.
Joseph.
I mean, I'm sure that, like, they're probably hyped up that more people knew about. Not only, obviously, people are gonna know about Michael Jackson, but once they figure out about him, and they're looking up everything on him, I'm sure the way that it can be seen is also, obviously, if you're looking at Michael Jackson, and you truly get interested into, you know, his background and everything, that yeah, the Jackson 5 is included, and then you're gonna see the talent that all the kids had. All of them had it. I mean, now they're old, but
yeah,
but you're gonna see how much talent they all had.
they had amazing choreography and lips and lips. God, singing voices. I don't know why the fuck I said lips.
Lips.
That cringe meter is going up a little bit.
You love them lips.
God damn, that's.
Editor, put a picture of Joseph's big fat lips on there. Show a picture of Joseph's big ass lips.
You're making it so much worse. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, no. No, I do not need to see the lips of a Fear the Walking Dead character that has a big nose. By the way, he does not have a big nose in Fear. It's only in Michael Jackson. Michael, the movie, I mean.
Oh, they prosthetic to that shit up.
They did. They did. Ugh. I have to give props. Speaking about the Jackson family, I have to give props to Jafar Jackson, who plays Michael Jackson in the movie. Because not only does he look almost identical to young Michael Jackson, he sounds like him, he has the mannerisms. I have to give props to him, honestly. He really pulls it off.
Absolutely. He killed it. He killed it.
Yeah,
I mean, it was great. Some people, they say it, and I agree with it. Some people literally say now that it looks like he was just taken over by Michael for this movie.
Pretty much. Definitely better than Man on the Moon or something like that.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey tried to play a comedian. That's what Man on the Moon is about. It was a biopic about a dead comedian. And it, yeah, Jim Carrey was just kind of a douchebag to everyone on set in Man on the Moon. Because legitimately, this is why I bring this up.
Yeah.
The spirit, I don't remember his name, but the spirit of the dead comedian took over Jim Carrey for Man on the Moon. Because the comedian was known for being very deadpan, very anti-humor, but you know, it was funny.
Right.
I think that's what they call it, though, anti-humor.
Yeah.
And Jim Carrey just used that as an excuse to be a douchebag to everyone during the making of Man on the Moon. Which, of course, is a direct contradiction to Jafar Jackson. Because I have to give him props, because he really does act like the spirit of Michael Jackson taken form.
Yeah, no, he really did, and not only that, but the respect that the dude had for Michael throughout that whole experience. I mean, the amount of training and everything that he did, and not only that, but from what I've heard with some reports recently, from, I don't think you probably heard of it. You're not really, you don't look into reports or anything.
News is depressing.
He didn't want to, you said it was depressing?
News is depressing. News, period, is depressing.
Correct, yeah, but this part was actually nice. Jafar is so respectful that apparently he tried to not touch the original gear of Michael as much as possible. He did not want to touch it as much as possible because that's Michael's gear.
But damn. I love that he's named after a Disney villain. I don't know. Just gives him more points.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna act like I remember what Disney villain you're talking about. I'm not gonna lie.
Jafar, the Disney villain from Aladdin. He had the snake staff. He had the parrot.
That makes sense. I was never an Aladdin person. That was more my sister.
You've never seen? Okay. Yeah, see, that's why. If you saw Aladdin, you would know exactly, because that's exactly what I thought about when I saw his name on top of Michael. Things that can be taken out of context.
You know, this performance was so, like, impressive and it's great. I'm gonna be for real with you. I'm gonna be honest. And this is just a me thing. First off. I wouldn't have ever liked the name Jafar, but he did so good with it that, like, to me now, the name Jafar sounds cool. Because that's just how well he did.
Takes a cool character. It takes a cool person to make things cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Incredible performance.
Incredible singing. You match the voice, which I feel like would... It sounds like a very hard voice to master. Because Michael Jackson naturally had a high-pitched voice.
Yeah.
And I feel like most people with a normal, bassy voice that most people have, you either have a bassy voice or you have a the tone above it. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Because I don't know music stuff. I just know Michael Jackson. But normally having a lower voice and mastering that naturally high-pitched and doing it the entire movie must have been a hell of a strain. Because when anybody does a high-pitched voice like that and they don't naturally have a high-pitched voice, it destroys their vocal cords.
That's true.
I give him props for that. It's like trying to do SpongeBob's voice. It's just so high-pitched. So hard.
Yeah.
I always give props when somebody does that. Oh, always almost borderline feminine voice.
True, but it matches the majesticness of freaking Michael. He's just majestic.
And the overall, the calmness, the sereneness, because in Michael Jackson, in the movie, in Michael, is portrayed as such a calm soul, not a fighter at all, which sometimes is a bad thing because he never confronts Joseph throughout most of it, just period, which is factual. Because Joseph was always too hard on him, as well as the rest of the Jackson 5, naturally. And Michael was always more like his mother, which naturally he could get along with a lot better.
I mean, yeah, we've seen him watch cartoons with his mom, and his mom was clearly, you know, siding with Michael, which is good.
Yeah.
Like, clearly they were closer together, obviously, way more than him and Joseph, which is a shame also. I mean, obviously it's a shame you want to be close to your dad, but even worse so with the things that we see, like, we know that Michael, and we can put the clip there real quick, there's a clip where he's literally saying that, you know, he wanted to call Joseph daddy, he wanted to freaking actually call him dad, but it wasn't allowed. He was still playing, you know, the boss, the manager. Yeah. Which, I mean,
it's Joseph the manager, Joseph the man, Joseph the husband.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Joseph's existence just rubs me the wrong way. Of course, and again, I know people like that.
Yeah.
Also named Joe. So it I guess it strikes something.
Yeah. I heard about him recently. I mean, I'm not going to get too off sidetracked on that part. I'm just going to say this, though, for y'all, freaking for reference. He sounds that bad, and from what I hear, he sounds like he's It sounds like he looks like he's inbred, from what I hear. It's bad.
Inbred.
That's what I've been told recently.
Big nose.
But
It's obviously because of his big nose. And I
yeah.
only say that because he attacks Michael over it. That's one of Michael's insecurities, which is why Michael dedicates so hard, especially later in years. You don't see this in the Michael movie, but I'm sure when the sequel comes out, it's when, not if, mind you. But I'm sure when the sequel comes out, they're going to lean more into him looking like, well, a freaking skeleton, because of how Joseph attacked him verbally, well, and physically. Well, just abuse in general, actually.
Yeah.
But because of Michael's big nose, he got really, really, really sensitive about it. Ended up getting a surgery. And then later in the years, he ended up getting more surgeries because he hated the way his body looked. And he did not bleach his skin. I need to say that right now. That is a myth. He has vitiligo. It is addressed in the movie. It is addressed that he covered it up with makeup and with gloves, which is why he has that shiny, sparkly white glove on one hand, because the vitiligo was going over that hand more and more, so he put a glove on to cover it. He did not bleach his skin. That is a myth, and I am tired of people believing it. It is so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
He got whiter because he had a skin problem. He had vitiligo.
Yeah,
it changes the pigments. It makes your skin frailer or something, more sensitive. It makes it more sensitive.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've seen Michael address it too.
Oh my god. I do hope they address the vitiligo more in the sequel. It's kind of touched upon in the first movie. It's like, yeah, he has it, and you see him dab over it on his wrist, and he wears the glove, but it's never this big thing. Of course, then again, he wasn't white in the first movie. He wasn't white for the first 20 years of his life.
True, I think they will touch on it. I think they will, because it's a pretty big thing. I mean, we've seen clips where, and maybe I can put it up for y'all, or we're going to talk about that later, but there's clips of him literally saying, like, he has vitiligo, it attacks the pigment in his skin. He's literally said that, and we've seen him on clip. I don't remember if it was in the movie, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure it was just in a clip where he said before, you know, he didn't bleach his skin. He's a proud black artist.
No, that was not addressed in the movie, because the movie ended in 1987, I think, or 86.
That's right, because he didn't even...
Because it ended at the Bad Tour, which is way before his vitiligo started really taking over.
Yeah, yup.
It's probably something they will address in the second movie. I fully expect them to. Because it is a very, very important part of his story. Like the Pepsi incident, for instance.
It is, yeah. Yup. Very important. Very, very, very important. I think they have to touch on that, and apparently I heard... So this is something that actually... this is a little... I don't like this part, but I get it. Supposedly, from what I've heard with reports online also, supposedly there was an addressing of the scandal. You know which scandal I'm talking about when it comes to Michael. They were gonna address it. Yeah, they were gonna address it, and they had to edit it out and add a whole new scenes to the ending due to the legality of the Michael Jackson estate. Apparently they're most likely gonna get sued if they did that, which I don't even know how that works. Wow. But if that report is true, that really sucks because that's kind of important, especially I mean, we're going for an accurate biopic, so
Yeah, more accurate than Bohemian Rhapsody, for instance. That's what people say. I don't
good,
know Queen that well, but accurate
good.
biopics, I think Michael's at least 80% accurate, which is a lot more accurate than most biopics that come out, period. Oh, but in all seriousness, I have very mixed thoughts about the child controversy. I don't even know what to call it. Because, God, first learning of it, it's like, holy fuck, how could somebody do that?
Yeah,
Then you find out that the world is full of fucked up individuals. But, Michael is not one of them. I will stand by that. God, I might be burning bridges here, but I have to stand by that because it never happened. It's true that he likes kids, right? He loves kids. And that
yeah,
is not something to take out of context because it's even shown in the movie. He will go out of his way to help children, to give them presents, to sign things if they want to, go to hospitals. It's shown in the movie. And that is factual. And it is factual that he also took kids to Neverland, which was his, well, it was his land.
yeah.
It was his estate. He called it
like,
Neverland
yeah,
because
his
he really
mansion
liked Peter
estate.
Pan. He did call it Neverland.
Yeah,
That is all true. It's also true that it was full of animals because, again, he adores animals. He never had a real childhood, which is probably why he liked kids and liked having kids around. But the thing that drives me batshit about this scandal is that it's not fucking true. But because some crazy mother wanted, and it was a mother, mind you, wanted something, I'm sure, out of this famous guy. She blew this non-existent thing out of. She made this non-existent thing and then blew it out of proportion. She's like, no. He touched my kid and he did this and he did. They know he did. He never did, and it drives me insane that his life. Now, before I continue, he is not 100% perfect by any stretch, and nobody is. And he's done some crazy things.
mm-hmm.
So before I finish this bit, it drives me crazy that his life was tarnished because of this lie.
Agreed.
And everyone got up in arms and they got angry about something that literally never happened. And that pisses me off.
No, it pisses me off too. This shit easily never happened. I mean, for example, I'm gonna bring up the Home Alone kid. The Home Alone kid, Macaulay Culkin.
Oh my God, what was his name?
Macaulay
Oh yeah,
Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin. Right.
Yeah. He actually has pretty recently defended Michael. From what I remember, was he at
Macaulay Culkin
Neverland?
went to Neverland.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to Neverland also.
He went to Neverland, and clearly, he was talked about with the scandal, and he defended Michael. Nothing like that happened there.
Yeah. My God.
I think not only it's obviously, I hear what you're saying on that first part. A mother was definitely trying to take advantage, probably trying to get some sort of money. Let's be honest.
Probably, yeah.
Probably trying to get some sort of money.
He's a famous guy, and he's got my kid. Let's make up some fucking lie.
But with how nice Michael is, you probably could have, I'm gonna be honest, you probably could have asked him. But
I mean, honestly, yeah. He was such a gentle soul. I'm sure. I mean, he gave away to hospitals after or before the Pepsi incident.
No, it
In
was
the movie, it was
after.
after the Pepsi incident. In the movie, it was, but I think some events were changed around for the sake of movie time.
Uh-huh.
I'm not very sure, but he did give away his money to children's hospitals. It
I'm
wasn't just that one hospital where he got burned out. He gave his money away to multiple hospitals constantly, in multiple children's what's the word? Not donations. Oh my god, what's the thing? Charities.
Yeah, yep. Yeah,
Oh.
he literally was that giving. So the mom probably could have literally asked for that. So she probably wanted money. I'm just gonna say that. And you know what? I hate to bring up this part because I know that this is gonna there's gonna be quite a few people that are probably gonna disagree with this. But you know what? It's the reality. Um, it's the reality that pretty often you're gonna hear that a man, he likes children, he likes having children around.
Oh,
You're gonna
that's
hear
awful.
that you're gonna hear the people being immediately, well, he's a fucking creep because he's a dude.
Because he's a man.
I am gonna say that not many
No,
people would have freaking.
that's that. It sounds like a burning bridges statement without context, but to further elaborate, it's really fucking true. God damn it. It sounds like a burning bridges type statement, but it really isn't because, quite frankly, that is just the reality of the world.
Yeah.
If a man does it, it's the most illegal, disgusting, grossest thing ever. And if a woman does it, oh man, that kid was lucky. And that's not even a joke. Even South Park, fucking South Park went over that. And
Okay.
it's like, no, it's still fucking disgusting, even if it's an adult female. That's it.
It still is disgusting. I mean, that was the. I mean, it shows the point. That was the extreme. I guess you can call it the predicate. That was the extreme version of what I was saying, but it's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, we've seen this pretty recently where.
Boy.
We've seen this recently with an alleged incident with J.P. Morgan Bank. We've seen this, and I just bring up that case.
Say with Diddy, but with Diddy, it's actually true.
Diddy, it's actually true. Yeah,
he's actually a fucking freak and deserves to be in jail for the rest of his life.
Yeah, the J.P. Morgan one, and this is why I say allegedly, because we ever blow up. Everything's alleged on this one. It's a current going lawsuit, so you're not gonna sue me, but like allegedly, a woman had like a forced sex slave sort of thing.
Wow.
Yeah, because she had that much power compared to that associate.
Okay.
But my point being is that I saw just a whole lot of people just talking about like how hot she is instead of focusing on like this woman's a fucking creep.
Way too many hot people get away with doing fucking terrible things.
Yeah.
Because they're hot. I hate that too. I hate when hot people get away with things.
Yeah, hot. It's two whammies, hot and female. So of course you got people saying, "Oh, I just wish I was that guy." But
reminds me of Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp versus his wife.
Oh my god, dude, my feed has been filled with that again.
Oh no.
I love it though.
Johnny Depp absolutely destroying in court because he knows he didn't do anything. The problem with that is court just believed her at face value and he had to get a mountain of proof. which of course relates to what we're talking about.
Yeah.
He had to get a literal mountain of proof, and she just walks in and be like, he did this, and it's like, no, he didn't. That's it, he just didn't.
Yeah, and it's kind of like what happened with Michael. I think, hell, that's kind of a good, you know what, let's loop that back around, actually. I would go as far as to say that the events of Johnny Depp and his lawsuit is kind of the modern day version of like Michael Jackson and his scandal, I would say, where with that scandal, I think he would have needed, you know, a mountain of proof, and in order to clear himself, he would have needed to go through the lawsuit in order to clear himself, because if it was in this day and age, because in this day and age, they would have hit him with a large cancel attack. This dude, they would have tried to attack Michael with a cancellation so fast, which sucks, but yeah, just because of that horrible allegation, that is just not true.
Yeah, I guess in this instance, be thankful it happened in the 90s and the early 2000s.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, so to loop that whole thing around, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to address it in the second one.
I don't think they will. If the reports were true that the legality there was possibly going to be legality issues when it came to addressing it. Then if that's true, then they probably wouldn't, because, well, obviously, who wants to get sued?
Nobody, not even rich people. I say that as lightly, but for real though, I don't want Michael Jackson's family to get sued, because they're actually nice people, and they put in a lot of work for even just the first movie, and I guarantee they will put in the same, if not more, work for the second movie.
Yeah.
Because you really do feel the passion with it.
You do.
It's really great.
Yep, hell yeah. But once again, those are just reports. Hopefully the reports are not true, y'all. Hopefully the reports are not true. Take it with a nice, like, line of salt. Take a nice line of salt with it. Yeah. You know, they could have just decided not to address it, and fair enough. Maybe they'll go for it in the second one and just be like, yeah, there was no issue there. You never know. We're not freaking time travelers, so.
If we were, we'd be rich.
That's very much true. That's very much true. I would have went back freaking, I don't know, like 12 years ago and told my mom to buy freaking Bitcoin.
Oh, man. Yeah, when Bitcoin was actually blowing up, then it would have been good. Now it's just a scam.
Well, I mean, even now, if you bought it like back then, it would be freaking, you would still be making your money back like freaking at least 20,000-fold.
Yeah, that would be useful.
It would be.
Honestly, I would just try and time travel back and just take some old relics. Be like, oh, this is after a Civil War fight. Let me just yoink these weapons and zap on out of here. Sell them, right?
And then you're rich, yeah.
That's just a Civil War. That's not even that long ago.
True.
I get a shit ton of money for that.
True. Huh. But so we're gonna loop this right back around.
Right back to 1970 something.
Yeah.
When Michael was growing up.
Exactly. Now I'm gonna ask this question because it might be a little more difficult. Who would you say is actually your favorite character there that isn't the main character? It has to be a supporting character. There you go.
Gotta be a supporting character in Michael.
Yeah, because obviously everyone's gonna freaking, who's the favorite character? Michael.
Okay. As a collective, the Jackson 5.
Oh,
And the
just
mother.
all of them, supporting
I really
characters
can't.
favorite.
Because the Jackson 5, sure, they don't have a lot of screen time. Neither does the mother, for that matter. But really, his entire family... Fuck off Joseph, of course. But really, his entire family, his sister, his brothers, his mother... They are really, really great. And if they weren't there... It's not that the movie would fail, but it would feel... It wouldn't feel right, to be honest. Because they do supply a well-needed reservoir of emotion and support and an arm to cry on, especially his mother. Oh my god, especially his mother. She is so sweet. They watch Charlie Chaplin, they watch those old 50s movies, they just chill the hell out, and it's great. And Michael Jackson definitely needs somebody in his corner that he knows. And I'm not talking about his producers or his loud guy that he hires to fire his dad. I forgot the guy's name. But honestly, I have to just say the Jackson family in general. If they weren't there, it would not feel right, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And they really are a good foil to Michael Jackson and what he goes through, even with just the movie. When the Pepsi burn happens, his mother especially, is so worried, and they're all there, and they're all waiting. They're all to see if he's okay, to see if he has damage, to see if he's dead even. They're all worrying, aside from Joseph, of course, because he's a piece of shit.
True.
That's it, just put Joseph as a piece of shit, and I will take every chance to get a pot shot at him.
True, just freaking... But can he perform? Can he perform? Fuck up.
He's like, shut the fuck up, Joseph. God damn. But I really just have to say the Jackson family in general. Because they are just amazing. They let Michael just be. He wants to do a single. Okay, great. Support of everyone. He wants to go solo. Awesome. Support of everyone. Again, aside from Joseph. Which is very needed when really the antagonist, of course, Joseph, is there and he's so hard and he's such a dick to literally everyone. You see this multiple times throughout the movie. He makes fun of Michael's big nose. He whips them. He beats them. He punches them. He slaps them. He belts them. He screams at them. God, he's an abusive piece of shit.
I just gotta cut in here real quick and say, he's hard, huh?
Hmm?
Huh? You said it, dude's hard?
Hard?
Yeah, you said he's hard.
He's hard. God. That cringe-o-meter has gone up another level. You know exactly what I meant. Okay? You know exactly what I meant.
You know, you heard it here. The black man with a stupid-ass mustache is hard.
You know exactly what I meant. Oh. I can't. No, I shame you. I'm shaming you, okay? You're not seeing it, but I'm shaming you.
I heard it there, actually. I heard it.
That's because I was running the controller along my fingers. So you know I shamed you.
Yeah, I heard it there.
My God.
But, Ian, that's a good pick. I agree with your points. I do. I'm gonna go with just, a more, like, I'm gonna give an appreciation to another character. And I didn't know his name, and if I'm honest, I just looked it up right now. So, if I'm for real, I didn't know the guy's name, but Ian, I'm gonna give some appreciation to Bill Bray, who was the driver.
Oh, yeah! Okay, you know what? He is really great.
Yeah, he was great, dude, and very caring of Michael, dude.
I just got to
Very.
give props to the supporting cast. I can't name off any of the supporting cast aside from Valentine. Well, that's not even a real name, but still Valentine for Fear the Walking Dead and Jafar Jackson. But the supporting cast, period, all of them were fantastic.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You really felt the love and the need and the support from basically everybody, especially when it's uniting against Joseph.
Oh, true, true. Especially at the end with the driver, where he's the one to freaking hold back Joseph and tell him it's over.
Yeah, it's great. It's really great.
Yeah.
But you know what? We can't forget about Bubbles.
About
Can't forget about Bubbles the monkey.
Of course, of course, of course. You know,
Bubbles the monkey.
from what I've seen, you know, Bubbles is still alive.
No, really?
Yeah,
oh my god, I did not know that. No way.
Bubbles the chimp.
Bubbles
43 years
Yeah,
old.
Mike,
he lives at the Center for Great Apes. He's still alive.
No way. I gotta see this. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm currently going to Google just to see this. Because
Absolutely.
I thought he died. Oh my god.
Now Bubbles is alive.
Oh my god, I gotta see. There he is, he's 43.
Yeah.
And he's chill as hell.
Oh yeah, of
You
course.
see him on the pictures, he is chill as hell.
Of course. He's older now, yeah, and he's been exposed to humans for so long.
I know. Oh my god. That's great. I love that. See, even Bubbles has to get points. He's an absolute old man now, but he is like that grandpa I would love to have. I don't care if he's a chimp. He would be a grandpa I would love to have.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because he looks just so chill. He's like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, there's one clip I love of him. There's one clip I love
Grandpa
of him.
the ages.
True.
You can't forget about the rest of his pets, his weird pets, his alpaca, and his 12 parrots, and his 8 snakes, and his lizards, and his dogs, like 3 dogs, and his cats. He ran a zoo. He basically ran a zoo.
Yeah, did you say the
I
giraffe?
really hope he had people to help with those animals. I don't know if he did or not, but I really hope he did. It was a lot of animals. A lot of animals that he legitimately had. Bubbles, of course, being the shining example, but he really did have those snakes, alpacas, and everything else. Because he was a weird guy. That's it, he was a weird guy. And it was awesome.
It was awesome. It was. You ever seen the clip for Bubbles where I don't remember what it was. I think he was like in a meeting. I'll hopefully pop the clip up right now. But like Bubbles is kind of acting up, and in sign language, Michael just says sit down real fast, and he actually does so.
Oh my god, that's great.
It's awesome. And just learn sign language for him. Like, that's what it looked like.
Bubbles the chill chimp. They said it couldn't be done, but when you're Michael Jackson, you can do it all, I guess.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. He can even be a man in black.
True, I heard about that.
You know that there's actually a whole story behind him being a man in black? Because they told him he was going to be an alien, well, because he was turning whiter and more skeletal at that point.
Yeah.
They flat out told him they wanted him to be an alien. They were going to like CG something over him, and he's like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be a man in black. I've always wanted that. I'm probably always, after the first movie came out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So when it's finally time for him to shoot a scene, he's actually anxious about it. I find that very interesting. Because for someone who loves the stage, loves being on stage, singing and dancing and honestly having a ball every time, he was actually nervous to be on Men in Black, which is crazy for such a personality on stage.
True.
Oh, I guess the camera really can change somebody. So the director literally had to coax him out, and he had to quell the worries to get him out just to do this one line. Just for this one line. Because Michael was hiding in his trailer. Because he was that nervous about it.
Wow.
Yeah. Ain't that crazy? He performs with his siblings, he performs by himself, he performs with backup singers, with literal gangs. None of that freaks him out. But being a cameo on Men in Black, that got to him.
I guess it really was a dream. It really was a dream for him.
Yeah, clearly.
That's
Because
awesome.
he asked for the role. He asked to be in Men in Black. Legitimately.
Yeah.
They didn't just grab him for a cameo. He legitimately asked to be there. Ugh. Oh my god. I do find that very, very interesting.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It makes me wonder what would happen if he were to star in his own movie. And then you find out he did. He starred in 2 of them. He was the main character of his own movies. There were 2 that came out in the 90s. And you could not tell that he was nervous at all. But Men in Black, that got to him.
Yeah,
Which
Men
again,
in Black just
I
shitting
find
bricks.
crazy. Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
Crazy as hell, ain't it? He was in Moonstruck. I think it was Moonstruck. That was one of his movies. And he had a second one. His movies were weird. I wonder if the biopic would ever go over that. Because it did end in the 80s and the movies came out in the 90s. So, wow.
I guess probably not. I guess probably not. I don't know.
I did see those movies. Because of course I did. Because aside from Weird Al Yankovic, Michael Jackson's my favorite.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Is there actually any other event you want to talk about within this movie? I mean, everything, it was all just great. I do want to say that one of the best things about this movie, and I hope that if anyone freaking listens to this, I'm sure by now, it's either starting to end off or has ended off with its theatrical run, or the run within theaters. If it comes back to theaters in the future and you're listening to this, or it's still in theaters somehow, watch it in theaters. Watch it in theaters because, well, I thought it would have got out of theaters a week or 2 ago, but it's still there.
That's because it's very good. Because it's one of the few biopics that's very, very accurate. It has so much passion. I really can't praise this movie more. Honestly, I have seen a fair amount of biopics. I have seen Bohemian Rhapsody. I know about Man on the Moon. I've seen Piece by Piece, which was a rapper's biopic. It's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Lego style, which is very interesting, but we can get to that at a different time. But I've seen enough. Michael Jackson is definitely top of the list. Not only because he's definitely my favorite, he is the king of pop after all, and you don't earn that title lightly.
Absolutely.
Oh, that better be the sequel's name. Michael, King of Pop.
True, I was saying that, like, the last movie would be called that, or some people were saying Jackson, just to fulfill the whole name.
Like that too.
Yeah.
Michael and Jackson.
Yeah.
Knowing sequel titles, they'll probably just call it Michael 2.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably. Because that's just how sequel titles work. It's like,
Yeah.
no, just add a number to it. Which, is fine. But, could be called Jackson, could be called King of Pop. Hell, it could be named after one of his many albums. I feel like maybe it should be, honestly.
Yeah, true.
Sure.
True.
Apparently enough of them. But no, they'll probably just call it Michael too.
True. But what I was saying was, if you're able to watch it in theater, this movie is a movie that benefits incredibly from the theater experience. You're still gonna love it at home, but just when all those concerts are playing and you hear just the incredible music from Michael and you hear it in that theater experience, it is incredible.
It's not even just the music, it's the choreography, it's the lights, it's the fire. And I mean both in physical and metaphorical fire.
Yeah,
that just erupts. There's so much color. Even in the movie when they were doing Thriller, which is supposed to be a lot more macabre and have darker colors and everything, even that was beautiful. Of course, Thriller is my favorite song, so it may be a little biased.
Fair.
Every shot, every concert shot, every shot where they're on stage, the Jacksons, Jackson 5, and Michael Jackson himself, it is stunning. It really is. When he goes and he does bad, when he does all those moves and he teaches the gangs, oh my god, it's really great. It's just really great.
It is. All of it is incredible and all benefits from the theater experience. I would recommend that. Yeah.
Oh.
Is there any other events that you wanted to go over or say or anything?
Oh, we've touched upon most things.
Yeah.
I guess aside from the Pepsi incident, we've referenced him, but we have not said anything about it.
I mean,
now, for those who haven't seen the movie, we should go over the Pepsi incident. It is important.
Incredibly important.
As explained in the movie, probably how it happened, of course. Joseph, good old Joseph, being the slime that he is,
stupid ass mustache.
For a family move, and he gathers the Jackson 5 together again for a reunion tour. And he pressures Michael into it. And because Michael, as I have said before, he's not a fighter, which again, this is one of the times I really wish he stood up, because I thought that was a powerful moment when Joseph was just there. He invades his room. He doesn't even ask. He just tells Michael, this is what's happening, this is what's going to be. And you see the scene where Michael's starting to really grip the handle and he's starting to make a fist. It really seems like he's going to do something. And then he still doesn't. And I wish he just socked Joseph in the face and threw him out the window. Honestly.
Yeah, literally, yep.
But this all leads up to the Pepsi incident, where Joseph was planning to do a Jackson 5 reunion. Michael goes up on stage because he is the centerpiece. He is Michael Jackson, after all.
Yep, that's the main man.
Something goes wrong with the pyrotechnics or with the timing. It could have been everything. It could have been one thing. Who knows? But his head gets blasted in flames. It's kind of a heavy scene. It's really dramatic because his hair just catches fire and it goes to his head, and he is screaming. And it's like, God damn. You see him in the hospital, and if you don't know the history of Michael Jackson, it's even more dramatic, of course.
Yeah.
Which naturally, the movie's well done. That is another very well done scene. And as Revelik has been before, Michael Jackson is in the hospital, in the burn ward, where they're treating his head. Well, by the way, he gets nerve damage, which probably affects some of his what happens later.
Yeah, everything, a lot, dude.
Yeah, a lot, but that's save it for the sequel. Save it for Jackson. But as Rev mentioned earlier, when he's in the burn ward, Joseph is just a fucking dick. Because, oh, will he ever perform again? Like, wow. I love how that's your first priority. The mother, the brothers, the sister, everyone else is like, will he live? And Joseph's like, will he perform? Wow. Your priorities are in the wrong place.
I couldn't even believe that he doubled down on it, because literally the doctor questions his like why he's asking that, and he just doubles down on it. I know how my son heals, and it's by performing. Get the fuck out of here.
You know, that actually brings me back to the very beginning. I feel like it's a great example. When you see the Jackson 5 first go on stage, and you see little tiny Jackson and tiny Michael on stage, and he is absolutely rocking the world on that little stage, you can tell what he prefers and with who. Because when he's on the stage with his family, with the Jackson 5, he adores it. You see it in his face, and again, props to the child actor, of course, because he really gives it his all. He goes all the way in. You see it on stage, you see the absolute delight. He loves dancing and singing and bopping to the rhythm, and he's even getting into it beforehand, before he's even going up. He's adoring it, which is a sharp contrast to what happens in the house with Joseph.
True.
And it made me think, when Joseph says, oh, he healed by performing, it's like, no, he heals by being away from you. That's how he heals. And the only way he can be away from you, Joseph, is by being on stage. That's how he heals.
That's true. Yep.
Again, props to the Jackson family for sticking up to Michael. The mother saying something, one of the older brothers, one of the taller ones, trying to stop him, and just being so close to slugging him in the face. So close. Oh, God.
It would have been so satisfying seeing it happen.
It would have been. But you know what? What Michael does do at the end of the movie, that officially starts off the bad tour, is him publicly saying that the Jacksons are over. Which, of course, the Jacksons don't mind. They're completely okay with this.
They were surprised, though.
They were surprised, but they did not object.
Yeah.
And they didn't have those faces of, oh, we actually hate this. They're like, yes, Michael Jackson's good at being so. He likes being solo.
Yeah.
The Jacksons liked being with him. Obviously, you see it. But they don't mind that he's going solo, that he's being his own man. But Joseph minds. Oh, he minds a whole lot.
True.
And he is seething. And that, even though it's not physical revenge, it is a great revenge. Because Michael, God, it really is perfect, because he does it in front of all these fans, all these people, and it's being recorded. It's on TV. He publicly shames his own father. And that works. Oh, that works so well. That's what starts off the bad tour, of course, which naturally ends the movie.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't believe it ended like that. When he's singing bad, and you see it all himself, and he's got his backup dancers, and Joseph isn't there, and his family's cheering him on, and all of that, and then it just stops. I gotta say, that felt a little awkward. I will praise the movie to Kingdom Come, but the ending felt a little awkward. Just a little. Not enough to destroy anything, but noticeable.
Yeah,
Noticeable awkwardness.